Well, was like this, stay here like this. Mew 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 janitor, janitor. All the washrooms. Friends, hello. Everything is learned in comparison, so I specially picked up absolutely completely different sinks, manufacturers, performance, and so on. Today, it is important for us to understand what kind of car wash we need. I took the sink 360 liters per hour and 74 bar, and the maximum is 1020 liters per hour. 248 bar and intermediate. Why do we need it? In order to understand if this little one is enough for us. Maybe, well, that's enough. Why am I going to carry this huge weight, right? Or vice versa. I'll buy this one, throw away the money, just to understand that I need, for example, this one. The numbers are there, you will see the pressure. And I will show the pressure on this facade. It has recently, so to speak, been given grass. We are constantly mowing. I think everyone has it. Many have it, at least who has a plot. No foam, no soap. Why? Because foam generators are completely different. Some will give an emulsion, some will give a normal thick foam. You can just buy it separately like this, which is connected to the compressor, and here we will have foam. Yes, here for example, we dilute almost 1 to 100, let's say, yes. In the sink we will dilute, here in the foam generator, which goes to the sink, we will dilute 1 to 10, for example. But the fact is that it mixes with water there, it does not mix with water here. Therefore, there is probably some savings from this, and, in principle, a thick foam can be configured. The foam generator is a separate topic. I can now take this kind of separate foam generator, super duper soap, and you can say there's just a sprayer. Then rinse it off and everything will come off. And sometimes it doesn't happen. Therefore, a lot of pressure is needed. So now we just take the sinks and knock them down with pressure. Here. And if you need a video about foam generators, a bunch of their ping generators to collect, you can make such a video. Write in the comments. Let's start, of course, with the minimum. The Karcher K sink is 360 liters per hour, 74 bar, ultralight. For what? By the way, there are battery ones. I did not drag them here now, because it is important for us to look purely at performance, and not at the type of sink, although we have different sinks. The battery looks like this. Let's put it in here. In short, the battery works. Maybe. If there are any specific batteries from a specific manufacturer there, you can, in principle, buy them. The trick is that we can take a bag with us from the battery, pour water into it, and wash something somewhere mobile. About self-suction. Not all sinks suck in there, for example, they threw some hose into the lake somewhere down there. But here we cleanly knock the dirt down from the quadric or off the bike there. First of all, it is not possible everywhere. Take care of nature. Secondly, the suction there, well, for example, from top to 505 meters. Half a meter in total. It will work from the barrel, it still needs 0.5 meters to the mirror, and in the battery it needs to be higher, so that there is still gravity. Now we are going to work from the water supply system. The fact is that it is light, tiny, it is convenient to carry it, you can hold it in your hand at all. In fact, we don't need a strong length here. Well, the milling cutter is installed here. The milling cutter is installed for a reason. The milling cutter works, of course, more fiercely than usual. Can I put something different from Caputoy here? A tire, for example, can be torn apart with a milling cutter, as there is nothing to do. Or, for example, the skolchik on the car was like this, it will remain like this. Great. So, I'll get up just in case it blows. When we need to spray the emulsion, if there is a built-in tank, then we set the pressure to a minimum, so that it is here. And we will have soap and water. Well, by the way, not bad. You can't do this at all. I just know that the performance and pressure here are not very high. The fingers will not fly off. But they can fly away on the big one. Although if that's so close substitute, you will buy 2. K2 maximum operation, heart mode K2. In principle, even the bricks are falling off. Perhaps it will be enough for you. For example, if you have just mowed, took it in your hand like this and walked with it quickly, rather than dragging a heavy sink, unwinding it and so on. What hasn't been washed here, please? Soap. You can just wait a little bit. Take it, wet it. It's just that the water will soak a little now, because it's quite fresh. If we had just mowed, we would have taken it and cleaned it right away. Of course, if you use a milling cutter. Yes, little by little. Well, there's a brick made. It's all clear. Also, by the way, a wonderful thing is a hose on a coil, and these Aquastone adapters. And in general any adapters that are usually not at hand. And then once and for all, I connected it where it was necessary. So, op being filled in. I'm going to let the air out. It is clear that the models will differ in different ergonomics. Here, for example, it is ergonomically made here. Control is made so that the paint is not stripped from the car, for example. Because the power is supposed to be, here it has 500 liters per hour and 145 bar, like the stationary next sink, although she's so healthy. There are 2 and a bit kilowatts here and 3 kilowatts here, and 525 liters per hour and 150 bar. And here there are 500 liters per hour and 145 bar. It seems that the difference is small, but we'll see whether it feels significant or not. Here are those sinks in the following prices in general. You can assemble yourself. Pump separately, buy engine separately, weld the bed yourself, solder the block, automation, screw in the thermal relay there. Well, it really doesn't matter. Already, yes, the sound is like this. There is no software, we need software and hardware. Well, yes, I'll tell you, it works well. Now let's see how it looks on the fence. On a makeshift fence. The gun is interestingly made. In short, mechanics. There are also electronics, mechanics here. Here we turned it on, we increased the pressure, and here we are shown by an indicator on what mode we are working now. For example, a medium, a car wash. But I think we need more. On my own and here in the heart mode, it's just my way. In simple words, pampering. Plus or minus, we see the same situation as with the previous car wash, but a little stronger, of course, knocked down. But we still need to let it soak. We're going there just a little bit, here it's already faster. That's where the difference is too. This is us 360 was 74, and this is 500 145. Yes, twice as much suppression, and in terms of performance. So, now we will put the milling cutter. The milling cutter is a heart anyway. Here the milling cutter is already serious, here it is possible. I now tire to haul, show. So, oh, let's see. Well, not so sensitive tire. Increased productivity, increased washing speed, but it has become heavier, but increased versatility. because a small car wash will be difficult to wash. This is purely according to my feelings. Even with good chemistry, you will still need to resort to manual washing. Here already. And here she can cope on her own, without a sponge, without everything. Feels like it, again. On the one hand, the characteristics are plus or minus the same, 525 liters per hour. 150 bar, almost like there. The difference is that everything is more compact there. It is designed for longer performance, already commercial use. And the pump, as well as on the big one, is installed in size, I can't say what's inside, I can't say that they are the same, but it looks very similar. And the engine is 3 kilowatts, such a healthy fool is hanging. He would have been 380 to connect, but she is 220. It is already necessary to pour oil into this sink. There are also intermediate ones, for example, my father has a Kransley company. There you also need to pour oil into it. Change the oil. The pump outside is brass. In Karcher, for example, there is nothing like that in access to the fifth. One more moment. Here, in order to spray soap, you need to insert one nozzle to spray with a wide but gentle torch. You need one nozzle in order to hit the point with another nozzle. Here, according to the nozzles, there is at least no milling cutter, but there is a point here. The point is to punch the bottom of this sieve there, when everything is done perfectly, to knock down any equipment with mud. Oh, the cannon. Is everything like that? I connected it to electricity. Ah, it sucks. Here we connect soap, if we need it. I'm just going to cover up a little bit just in case. On a threesome. In principle, it works. Like norms. What does he have? Is there no automation? For some reason, I was hoping that it was automatic. Either it did not gain pressure, like gasoline. You can't let it rattle for more than 2 minutes. Well, maybe I connected something wrong. How is it that it works? He's not normal at all. As if knocking it down would be good. Does it look like K5? Yes, it looks like it. I didn't put the most powerful one. The previous one, well, you can say heart. Here it is 15 degrees which. Well, it flies off confidently, but it's more confident than digging. I'm going to try the point now. And here's the point, the tire is already spoiling. I think it's possible to break through. Yes.
Whoa.
All the washrooms. Me and you. Be careful with the dot, guys. And it's already hot. It's the same story with the nozzles. And we see the pump. But the only thing is that here the power unit is already gasoline, not electric. What are you doing? Yes, the air descends automatically, yes. Oh, there's no need to turn it off. Here, the oil already needs to be poured not only into the pump, but also into the four-stroke engine. Where is the starter here? And there's the warning janitor. Where do you have a shutter here? Oh yes, guys, and for more than 2 minutes, in my opinion, even or more than a minute, it is impossible for her to work idle. By no means. This is not a centrifugal pump. Well, you can try, but in my opinion there is very little gasoline there. Oh, I forgot. Here you still need to click necessarily. It just won't work here. You think you're pumping the pump a little early, you've closed the flap. Well, what is it? Well, I ran out of gas. I'll go with the gas. So, I poured gasoline. Come on, friend. Well, that's the difference between an electric and a gasoline car wash. It's just unreal power. Road signs wash. She doesn't need soap. Smoke, mash is coming. How she cleans the old piece of wood and paint, now we'll see the rest, too. The paint that is peeling, yes, which is stuck, no, of course, it will not remove rust either. Rust is a special sandblasting nozzle. That's it, the husk took everything off. The piece of wood is old, and it's not that she took off some dirt, she made a tattoo. Now I'm going to try to show you. An excellent brasherator, I would say. Burn, and there will be a cannon. But a powerful sink can be reduced, a weak one can no longer be added. So here I used it for everything. Can be adjusted. Karcher to 5 on the maximum. Now. So. Much weaker. Now we will put the milling cutter. And right away, yes, it flew off that I can't fly off with a conventional nozzle. That's what we'll do. And for fun, let's try to fry the most powerful one here. To the same place. Yes, and decently. There is no point in using a small one here, because, well, we have seen how again, and how twice as powerful the sink shows itself. The only thing is that now a log with a piggy bank and a small one can also be tried. I'll cut it right away. Completely. He also makes a brooch, but the piece of wood is very old. To immediately with a milling cutter. Come on. Oh, by the way, flies. Loose paint will remove even the second one. In principle, he cleans the smallest piece of wood. A grate soaked in ammonia or ammonia, as you like. It's been done hard. It's all like that. Toffee thick. Well, now let's try the most powerful one. Somewhere, maybe I, of course, didn't get home a little, but it flies off a lot. Very bad. Are you fat? Not anymore. What kind of slaps? Yes, flew off. I tested the sinks and did everything. In general, everything around is done. Guys, I hope the video was useful, because now you have seen firsthand the difference between this kind of car wash and this mega car wash, and you have also seen the average one. You can see there, for example, it will be between the fifth and this mega sink, according to the characteristics. You'll know plus or minus that she can. From the second one, you know what to expect, and plus or minus between washes, you will also understand what to expect from them, and what not to expect at all. Therefore, guys, we do not forget about Palchevsky. This video has come to an end. Now here's the facade, for example. I just did it. I am now with this little sink, so everything. Because, damn, imagine, it's being dragged around everywhere now. And with little Mew Mew Mew. I'm waiting for you in the comments, guys. And all the characteristics can be viewed in detail on the website, on all the tools. Link in the description. So guys, let's go there.